that's decided. It'll be very good for you. And most amusing for me.
How you guys doing? We're going to do a little bit. We're going to use Middle Earth and diabetes together. I'm going to call Middle Earth Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, which is 6 movies or 4 books based on how you got this information. So the first thing that came to mind is when people tell me about diabetes and this and that and how to do it and how to combine in the formulas, I felt like in the movie where Bilbo tells Gandalf good morning. That's exactly how I feel when people are talking to me about diabetes sometimes. So you guys probably feel the same way.
Good morning? What do you mean? Do you mean to wish me a good morning, or do you mean that it is a good morning whether I want it or not? Or perhaps you would say that you feel good on this particular morning. Or are you simply stating that this is a morning to be good on?
All of them at once, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just all of it, just all combined, all of it. But I did come across this. This is one of my cups I drink up at the house. The Lord of the Rings, McDonald's gave them out. Really cool thing about this is I felt like Gandalf when he's drinking wine at Bilbo's house, and how everything has to be 8 ounces, but you put it in an 8-ounce glass and it don't look real well. And so, I felt like Gandalf drinking wine.
A glass of red wine is requested. It's got a fruity bouquet.
Ah, cheers.
So what I figured out this though, I got my cup, and I went ahead and I poured me some Milo's sweet tea, which is not sponsored by Milo's, but Milo's is local to me here in Alabama. And if you look at it, it's there you go, that's even right at 8 ounces. 8 ounces. Everything comes in 8 ounces. You want this? 8 ounces. So what I did notice though is I got my cup, and I noticed this. Now this is not a direct line, but it's pretty close. So you take it, pour it in here. You know how the ring controls them all? Well, guess what? Let me leave it flat. The middle section of ring, or right there you see, equals almost 8 ounces. So the one ring controls them all. Well, the ring can help you control your fluids if you're trying to do 8 ounces and not get any of the fancy drinking wear out when you got company. You just have your favorite Lord of the Rings cup, and you're just chilling like you know what you're doing. Nerd, not nerd. So we don't have to feel like Gandalf drinking wine. We can drink out of a Lord of the Rings cup, and we know it's 8 ounces. So, which is a great news. We learned that today, or I did. Now you learned it today. So the other thing is there's a couple other things in here that we're talking about, and that we've noticed things about when you get down, you get sad about it, and you sometimes you get to the point where you just can't do it anymore. Trust me, did it the other day. Got up there, a lot of things hit me, got stressed out. All I wanted was a whole cake, not a slice, whole chocolate cake. I know I wanted it. I went to the Piggly Wiggly, looked at it. Big cake, triple chocolate fudge layered cake, nothing good for a diabetic, nothing. And I wanted a Coke. I was so stressed out I had to go back. That was my handle. That was what I used to eat when I was stressed out. So yes, I know how it is. Or you get tired of eating the cauliflower zucchini. So what I was thinking, what came to mind is when Sam talks to Frodo, when Frodo gets to the point where he can't anymore. And we have to go through the bad, to look at that's going to be good at the end. Yes, it's hard. Yes, we don't know what we're doing. Sometimes we don't see how we're going to be able to do it. But the speech that Sam gave to Frodo is what came to mind on that.
I can't do this, Sam. I know. It's
It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were. And sometimes you didn't want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow, even darkness must pass. A new day will come. And when the sun shines, it'll shine out the clearer. Those were the stories that stayed with you. That meant something. Even if you were too small to understand why. But I think, Mr. Frodo, I do understand. I know now. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. They kept going. Because they were holding on to something.
And the last little one I came up with for us for the Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth. Let's do it to it. You know, whoever side you were on, good, bad, ugly, the trees, whatever you was on. I don't want to ruin the movie. The humans, whatever, the dwarves, whatever it is. I always like the line, dwarves about being fast over short distances. That's the way I feel when I run. Short distances, I've got you. But and the other one is that sometimes the little things we do in our lives make it easier for the bigger things. Because if you don't have that Coca-Cola, you have the Diet Coke today, every little bit helps. And there was a scene where Gandalf is asked, why the halfling? Halfling is what they call the hobbits, the little people. They're about half the size of a human. They're not dwarfs, they're halflings, they're hobbits. And he says it's not a huge change, it's the little things that give him courage and that gives him hope. So I thought, well, maybe it's the little things that we need to look at our little victories we have about giving hope and giving us courage and the little things we have accomplished through our diabetes so we can get through the bigger things when we get there. So the Gandalf speech was real good about why the halfling.
Why the halfling?
I don't know. Saruman believes that it is only a great power that can hold evil in check. But that is not what I found. I found it as the small things, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keeps the darkness at bay. Simple acts of kindness and love. Why Bilbo Baggins? Perhaps it is because I'm afraid. And it gives me courage.
I hope this kind of helps you out. The Lord of the Rings is a good movies, good books. Hobbit, because I kind of pushed them all together. And I know there's going to be somebody, the Hobbits is not the Lord of the Rings. And the Lord of the Rings are not the same. I know they're not the same, but it's just easier. They're on the same line. That's just kind of how it goes. So you guys don't send me any hate mail about it. I know the books. I've watched all the movies in theaters. I'm kind of a geek. So you guys do not send me hate mail. I'm trying to help encourage people, trying to relate to their lives. So let's all raise our little glasses. I don't have much set up. We're not going to use this one today. The fancy wear. I'm going to raise my Lord of the Rings glass to you. Say the best of luck. Hope you guys can get through the times that you need. And like always, subscribe, share, and for every like, I'm hoping to get me 100 likes. I'm hoping to buy me a shirt soon. So best of luck. Hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope this helps you get through. Thanks again for watching.